Hi, it's Michael here from Custom Bike Fit, and today I wanted to touch on an issue that comes up all the time. It's a question that I'm asked all the time and a service that I'm asked to carry out often, and that's helping people to select the right bike and in particular select the right size of bike. So I want to give you guys an example, and I'm going to use today specifically I'm going to talk around time trial bikes. And I'm going to talk about some experience that I've had just in the last 7 days, where I've had 3 athletes come to me, and they're all on Specialized Shivs now. One of these, or in fact 2 of these athletes, are ambassadors. One's a professional, another one's an age group who's just got an ambassador deal through her local bike shop and with Specialized, and the third is an athlete that came to me for a fit on my jig to select the right bike for him. So let's start with the professional who came to me during the week. So this lady came to me because she just said she wanted a tweak on her bike. She wanted to get lower on her Shiv, and she's under 170 centimeters tall, and she's riding a small Shiv. And if you look at the Shiv sizing chart, and I've got it in front of me here, a small should suit someone, according to the Specialized sizing chart, between 160 and 170 centimeters tall. Well, the reason this athlete came to me is because she wants to get lower on the bike. She falls into this category, and what we had to do, and she understood this even before she came in, was put her on an aggressively negative stem. And we still haven't got her to where exactly we want her to be. And we've spoken about, sizing moving forward if she renews her contract with Specialized, and I think she should be on an extra small frame. Even with a -20 stem and no spaces underneath the handlebars, you actually change the handlebars because the Shiv handlebars lift you up, those aero bars. I like the bars, but they do lift you a fair way. And she's put on some profile bars. And with our adjustable stem, we took her down to an angle of -20. Now, to give you an example, a standard stem somewhere usually between -6 and -8. So that's an aggressive drop. And her back angle is still around the 24-25 degrees, which for her chosen discipline, which is 70.3, probably isn't low enough. So there's example 1. Example number 2 is the second ambassador, and this is a girl that I've been working with for a number of years. So she actually called me and said, "Look, Michael, I've got this deal." She was riding an old, very old Cervelo P2, and I'd fit her on that a couple of times. We changed some things as time went by, and she rang me and said, "Look, I'm getting a Shiv, or I've been offered an ambassador program. Do you think the bike will suit me?" And I said to her, "Look, yes, it will suit you, but you must get an extra small," which she went out and did, and I'm going to show you some videos shortly. She's 168 centimeters tall, so again, according to the Specialized sizing chart, she should be on a small. Well, I know from my experience that she should be on an extra small, and you'll see from the video that we've taken out all of the spaces. She's as low as she can go at the front, and she looks great on the bike, and it's a position that she's used to. It's a position that she's used to in her Cervelo. And when she actually walked in with the bike, she was a fair bit higher, and I immediately dropped her down, and she said, "I feel so much more comfortable being down." This is another thing. People believe that sitting up higher on the bike is going to be more comfortable for them. That's not necessarily the truth. It can actually be more comfortable to be more aerodynamic. So just watch out for this video, and you'll see she's got a nice flat back. She's about 22-degree back angle, 22 degrees. She's actually training for the World Championships in Oklahoma, which is about, I think, 6 or 7 weeks away. The third gentleman that came to me came a number of months ago, and we put him on my retool move, and we selected again a Shiv. And this gentleman is 188 centimeters tall. Now, if you look at the Specialized sizing charts, at 188 centimeters tall, he really should be on an extra large. He's pushing the border of a large, and I suggested that we go with a large frame. I set him up on both, and this is the beauty of getting a fit before you buy a bike. And again, you'll see from the video that he's in a really good position, and there is some ability there to move him. So I'm looking ideally for your optimal position when I'm sizing someone for a bike in my studio. I'm not necessarily looking at the position we can get you in today, but I'm looking for the limitations of the bike. Ideally, if your flexibility is there, if your strength is there, and if the comfort's there, you want to be as flat as possible. So I don't want to be restricted by a bike that has an incredibly deep head tube, and this is one of the things that the Specialized Shiv does have, which restricts you from getting low. So I wanted to point that out because you would think a company like Specialized, who actually owns Retool, would understand fitting a little bit better. And you know, the guides are a guide. I don't necessarily believe that these work in the real world. I think you're far better off speaking to a fitter. So even if you can't get to a fitter, I think you should speak to a fitter before you procure a bike. And this is the same for road bikes as well. I get asked all the time, what road bike do you think is going to suit me? Your height, really, yeah, it does have some play in it, but if you're all legs and no upper body, you're going to be very different to someone who's the same height as you, who's got very short legs and a very long torso. Your requirements are very different. So something there to consider. I'm actually writing at the moment a bike guide for triathlon, so my top bikes for triathletes for 2016, say 2017, and that will be up on my website, available as a free download. But I would also encourage you to contact me if you're looking to buy a bike. There is a service that I'm going to offer, and it will be offered globally, obviously to English-speaking nations, where you can have a consult with me and some sort of video analysis, some Skype, and we can select the right bike for you, because I can perform that service using a Skype service. Anyway, thanks for checking in, and I'll post another video in the near future. Thank you.